Hey, chillins. Welcome to Storytime with Varden. This is your host, Varden M. Frias. And today we're going to have yet another unboxing stream because I decided to get more stuff of Choco Cat. So I'm very excited about that. I am, again, a few housekeeping things, Instagram, Facebook doing this at the same time. It's crazy. So just to let you all know, I am going to be recording these sessions. If you are a Facebook person and if you do not want your comments to be seen on the screen, let me know. I will say that again if more people trickle in today. Again, just a privacy thing. If you don't want your comments or name shown, totally fine. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, going to be pretty crazy today. So, a little disclaimer, I got a different drink today. I'm not going to be saying the name of it because I don't want to advertise big brands on my pages. That's just not my thing. Um, this is a big brand, and the only reason why I'm drinking this, again, I don't shame anybody for drinking big brands. They're usually cheaper than the little brands. I understand that, but I really like this. I don't even like this drink normally, but like I like it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna show it to you. I'm not gonna say the name because again, I don't want I also don't want to have any consequences for that to get my stuff taken down because I'm advertising, but I'm not. Just showing you what I drink because that's what I do every single time I live stream. So this is what I'm drinking today. I know. I rarely drink this. Oh, hey, Mary on Facebook. Yeah, Mary, just letting you, reminding everyone on the stream on Facebook, because Facebook is using StreamYard. Instagram is not, because StreamYard doesn't want to share, I guess. I don't know. But if you don't want your name or your comments to show up in the recording that I'm going to post on YouTube later on, just let me know, and I will not post your comments. So I'm waiting for you to give me that permission before I share comments on the Facebook stream. On the Instagram stream, I can't even do that, so that's not even an option, and it's not. The recording's going to be on my thing anyway, so like yeah. But anyway, I'm drinking this today. Again, I like it because it's wow. That's really that's really luscious looking on the thing on it. I like it because it has coffee in it. I should find another brand that does this because I really like coffee in pretty much every single drink that I like. Pretty much like this. Like if it's soda and coffee, beer and coffee, I typically like it. But um, in light of the branding issue that I spoke of earlier, I'm not going to advertise this, but I will advertise the cup and the place that I got it from. I got this from Killstar. Also got this from Killstar. They're not sponsoring me yet. That's a hint. I applied to be an ambassador, but I don't think my following is big enough on any of my social media channels. So, I mean, here's hoping. I would really like to be a ambassador because number one, their clothes are amazing. They're very high quality clothes, but also it'd be nice, just to make a little extra income. And there's also water on my laptop. We're fine though. We're fine. We're good. Okay, so here's a drink. I think it's a dark like coffee and soda. It's like cola. I've had it before. Yeah, it's dark blend. So I'm gonna be drinking that today. Woo. There's a thing on my phone. Okay, that's whoop. Okay, nobody yet on Instagram. Let me take a swig. How's everybody's day going? Everybody's Sunday. Again, let me know if you want me to post your comments on the Facebook stream. So, that's good. It's so sweet, but it's so earthy because of coffee, and I love it. It's great. It's delicious. So, I had to find another brand that does that. I wonder if I can make my own. I think that'd be pretty cool if I can make my own like coffee with coffee inside my soda. Yeah, that's pretty good. I have a feeling that they brew it together. Maybe they put the because I've seen this on Instagram before where someone was brewing with soda. Like instead of water, they put soda in it. and they put that like it was like a cold brew or something, so they let it sit overnight, which is what I typically do with my uh Chris Brown's not gonna like that, but I like my coffee very cold during the summertime and cold during the winter. I prefer cold coffee just in general. Cold brew is where like because there's a difference between iced coffee and cold brew, if you didn't know. Um, and it's really nice because you get that like with the cold brew, it's like slow brewing overnight and it's cold and you got all the flavors in it and it's really great. Iced coffee is a little bit more on the bitter side. I also like that, but I also like to put sweeteners and stuff in it. Like my cold brew coffee, I tend to just take black because it's like I don't need anything in it. Usually, sometimes I put like almond creamer and stuff in it like that. Oh, you like it now? Just let me know if I can share you guys' comments on the screen on the StreamYard screen. Just let me know if you guys are cool with that. Again, I have to pay attention to just make sure everyone's okay. I think last week Mary was okay with the commenting, but revealing the comments on the screen. But okay, so let me show you all. Let me get you all up to date on what I've been doing. So this is not the package because it's open. I do have a package today, but this is the stuff. If you're new, like I'm showing, this is for all the newbies out there who's new to my stuff. I like to do unboxings of my stickers that I get from Sticker Mill. So here's one. I like to keep it in the packaging still. I need to get boxes for this because I have bigger plans. Okay, Mary, thank you so much for giving me permission. Awesome. Again, consent is important. So it's a big thing for me. So yeah, this is what these are the unboxing stuff. Again, this is not the stuff that I'm going to be showing today. It's just, again, this is older stuff that I still have a lot of. So I still have a lot, and it's on my store at storytimestore.com. So if you want some of this, oh hey, Will's on Instagram. Awesome. Hello. I'm glad you can make it. Awesome. But yeah, I'm just like I have so many of these stickers and stuff. So if y'all want some, just let me know. Hell, I'll even give some away just for like coming to my streams because I need to get rid of these things. Now, I don't need to get rid of them necessarily, but I just like like once I get them, I want to like share with people and stuff. Oh, Will, Mary says hi on Instagram. I'm doing an Instagram. I mean, on Facebook. She's on Facebook. Will's on Instagram. I'm trying to reach as many people as possible. So. Which is good. Expand my audience and my horizons. So, got two little cameras that I'm looking at the same time. I didn't even figure this out, so it's both on my laptop, so I can only look at one. Yeah. So and again, y'all know last week this is what I unboxed. Oh, if you weren't here last week, hey, Chris is on Facebook. I almost said Instagram. So y'all people on Facebook, Will says hi. He's on Instagram. Yeah, like I understand why he's not on Facebook anymore. I totally get it. I'm just like there was I'm still surprised I'm on Facebook still, but you gotta keep those connections. So this is what I unboxed last week. So yeah, Choco Cat. We are doing the Choco Cat design today. So I got a lot of people in here right now. Let's get to it. Ooh, I love their packaging, by the way. I'm just like ASMR for you all. So. Yankee Doodle. We got one British person. So, all right, I'm gonna rip it open. Hopefully, you guys can't see it. Well, I don't care if you guys see my address because all of you have seen it. But for stalkers and stuff, I don't like showing it. Ooh, what's this? This is new. They give me promo stuff because I've ordered from them so much. We created Sticker Mule to be the best place. Sticker Mule. Again, this is where I get all my stickers and stuff. These are not stickers today. These are new stuff that I've never gotten before. So I'm very, very excited. I'll look at that later. How is the Earl Grey treating you, Chris? That is the American Chris talking to the British Chris. Tapolo, man. My very bad British accent. You know, I'm going to develop a British accent, eventually. Okay, so you guys, there's two products in here. I can feel it. Let's do if I can get it out. Ooh. Remove protective film. I have a feeling that I got something different. I mean, I'm not mad. I'm just surprised. Okay, I feel it. All right, so. Whoa, okay. That was for me. Hang on, I'll get it out eventually. It's just I don't want to like psych myself up. I don't want to like. Oh, okay. Anyways, this is their sticker that they have. Again, they give you a lot of promotional stuff too for free, so like that's nice. And they always give you like extras, which is like really cool because like last time I ordered 10 at 10 of the things that I was supposed to get. There's more. There's a lot of stuff in here. There's a lot of stuff in here. Again, Stimulus. Chris Monceau knows about this, but Stimulus is a social media website that I'm a part of. That, if you don't know, I'm just going to talk about it for a little bit. But basically, excuse me. Basically, if you're on a like if you're a creator like me, or if you're like something like, an artist or something, what you can do is that if you go on Stimulus and you can enter into drawings to earn like hundreds of dollars and stuff like that, because brands are giving away money. They're doing giveaways like almost every single day. So if you want extra money just by liking a post or by commenting on a post, you don't have to enter anything. That's it. Join Stimulus. It is free. So it's pretty awesome. I'm on there. Again, I am Varden and Frias on stimulus.com. So there's a promo for you, Stimulus. Free promotion. Okay. I'll eventually get to the stuff that's supposed to be in here. Why is it like this is really weird? Like I'm going in blind, so I have to like I know that like okay, this is the thing that I want to show first. Okay. So let me open it. I gotta open it. So this is the sticker of Choco Cat from Sticker Mule. I hope I don't accidentally rip it. I don't want to buy it because that's gross. Where's the thing that has a sharp point that won't get me banned on Facebook? So sounds stimulating. Yeah, Killstar also does that. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Will. Again, it has the you can't see the full thing because it's got the my face is getting red. I'm looking on Instagram and my face is all red. I'm just like Okay, I don't want to buy it because that's fucking gross. Like, anyways, that is the sticker of a Choco Cat. I'll rip it out eventually. I mean, wait, my resourcefulness. Yes. Okay, cool. Sharp object. I can do this. I am resourceful. Okay. Thank you, Mary. Choco's Serena Katharina. I swear. I've done this millions of times before. So no, that's not it. Okay, so this is what is called a die cut sticker. And Sticker Mule has quite a bit. As you can see, it's not a simple shape. It is the shape of the cat, which is really nice because I prefer the shape of the actual sticker. I'm not like afraid, like All right, Chris, have a great day at work. Thank you so much for coming today. All right, I'm looking at the two screens. Anyway, I have another thing to show you all, but I want to take it out of the thing because I'm just like. Anyways, as you can see, the die cut sticker is not like it's not just a circle or a square. It matches the actual shape of the thing. I had the premonition of taking my pointy object onto this stream. I don't want to say what it is, just in case. I did it. Okay, never mind. I did it. Okay. There you go. That is so much nicer. That's for the Instagram people. That's for the Facebook people. There he is, looking crazy as usual. He's a crazy kitty. I'll put that down. Again, these will soon be available on my Shopify. Storytime with Varden Shopify.com. Storytime with Varden Store.com. So here's the second thing. I got two things. I'm actually really excited about these because I've never ordered these types of things before. Oh my god, it's so cool. Okay, so these, it's a little bit, I'm going to have to talk to them about that. Anyway, these are enamel pins. And as you can see, they are pretty much the exact shape of his face, which is not common. Sorry about the glare. It looks better in person, I swear. But yeah, if you, well, this one's a little bit damaged. I'll have to logic and point me one. Wait, let me get a better one. Okay, this one's a little bit better. Some of these are like, I'm pretty impressed, like with the level of detail. Like, see how like it really conforms to his like face. I love that. That's so cool. Get this on Facebook. So yeah, these will be available on my store as well. I am impressed, and I'm gonna wear the fucked up one because I don't want any of you to get that. So, oh, hello there, another Instagram person. I'm just let me show you. If you're just coming on, this is my Choco Cat. I made, well, I didn't make it myself. I got this from Sticker Mule. But here's the Choco Cat enamel pin, and here is the Choco Cat sticker. And I also have a button. I have lots of merch, y'all. My store is growing. So if you want that spooky merch, head on over to storytimewithvardenstore.com on Shopify. So we got new people. So I'm always excited to see new people. So, but anyway, I'll put on the which one is the one that was fucked up. Well, it's not that bad, but to me, I'm just like, it has a slight, it is slightly not perfect. Thank you, Mary. That was on Facebook. But yeah, pretty much if you don't know the story of Choco Cat, I randomly made them up. I drew like these things are off the top of my head. I just like randomly draw stuff and I make a random story about it. And it's a lot of fun, and I make it into a stuff that other people can enjoy. So hopefully this is not upside down. So wearing my own merch. This is actually pretty exciting. There you go. He's on my shirt. I can't see it very well. Hopefully it's like not too bad, but for the Facebook people, I can't see you very well. I got two cameras on, so awesome. So yeah, do you all have any questions? I'm gonna wait for the question break. I do want to like, because this is going to be a live stream podcast as well, so that's why I'm recording it. Thank you, Will. Thank you so much. Also, thank you, Lucas, for coming in for a little bit. Yeah, it's awesome. I am just so happy that I'm like, I took time, I dedicated time to make it look good. I worked pretty hard on this. This is like, as you can see, I'm not like a top tier artist, obviously. Like, I'm getting I'm getting better. I can see myself improving after looking at my other stuff. Um, I'm, that is a good question. Can I get Choco Pin badge on PayPal? So right now, a good way to these are not available yet because I literally just opened the box. I need to take pictures of them and I need to put them on my shop. But if you want them right now, you can DM me and I can just send it right over. Um, one other thing I wanted to tell you guys about my personal life is that they moved my job from 4 days a week to now 5 days a week. And I know a lot of people work way more than that, but that's a lot for me. But the only problem is that shipping will be a little bit slower. I'm so sorry. I'm done with this job in September. But I will try and get these. If you guys order them today, if anyone orders them today, I'll get them out as soon as possible. It's a little wonky at my job right now because we were behind on numbers and they were like, "Oh, you guys need to work a little bit harder because poor management skills." That's basically what happened. So it's going to be over in September. I'm very happy for that. Definitely happy for spooky season. I'm just ready for the summer to die permanently. So I don't like the summer at all, as you can probably tell with all the Halloween stuff that I like to promote. But yeah, you can again, if you want it now, like immediately, you got to have it. I accept PayPal, Facebook Pay. I probably can figure out if there's something on Instagram, Instagram Pay, or something like that. I don't know. There's probably Meta Pay on Instagram now because the Lizard Man owns Instagram now. So, but yeah, that'll be available very soon. Basically, right after this live stream, I'm gonna upload pictures and stuff and descriptions and the little story behind Choco Cat. For those of you who don't know, Choco Cat, he got a hold of chocolate one day, and every day since, every Halloween, he stalks kids, takes their candy, and just runs specifically chocolate. He doesn't take any of the hard candy or anything like that. Just basically, if you have a Hershey's bar or anything like that, he will steal it. So that's the story behind Choco Cat, the chocoholic cat. I guess you could say that he's like my version of the Count Chocula. But Count Chocula wasn't like. I guess he's more like the Cocoa Puffs bird because he's like crazy. He's cuckoo for chocolate, but I can't like use that phrase because it is copyrighted. So, yeah, I'm doing that. And last week I talked about my progress on The Witch from Noctambrio. I am about, I want to say, 41,000 words in. I have a feeling that this book is going to be like 60,000 or at the very least 55,000. I'm nowhere near like a climax or anything like that. Or like, I thought I was three-fourths into the novel, but I don't think so. Again, it's not that big of a deal. I can just like push through it. Like my desire to make it a Halloween short story, I was thinking this thing was probably going to be about 20,000 words, 30,000 words at the most, kind of like my last Halloween special, something like relatively easy to edit. But at this point, I'm just like, it's too long for me to put out a product that quickly and with um, just a high quality product. I just feel like I would be cheating you guys if I did it quickly. I don't want to do that. I like taking my time with stuff. These come out pretty quick. So if worse comes to worse, I do have stuff for Halloween for you guys for spooky season to enjoy. Um, I'm also working on another art project that's basically finished. I finished it last week. It is I had a vote on Instagram. Instagram people, thank you so much for voting. Also, I just want to put it out there for anyone watching this recording on Instagram. Thank you so much for the 135 likes for my anxious pumpkin arts. I literally just I posted it that morning having very low expectations and my expectations were blown out of the water. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for all the love that I've been getting on Instagram, especially. It warms my heart. I'm really happy about that because I did not expect so many people to like it. And a lot of these people weren't even following me. So that is like extra good. So yeah, I had plans to make something like this, but the pumpkin boy. So like, just let me know if you would rather have like, because I'm not really sure how much more popular these are as opposed to these. I know that I have a lot of products, but I might run another poll again on Instagram and Facebook, just to let people know, just like, hey, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a sticker or would you rather have a pin? Either way is fine. Um, I actually, not gonna lie, I really like how these came out. Again, just the way, like, just how well, I don't know what they use. I think they use lasers or something to cut that. I'm just impressed. It's a very high quality product. So I got the one that was slightly fucked up. It's not even that bad. I'm just like, there was something on it that's not perfect. Me and my perfectionism. Good coffee. All right. Okay, so we're halfway through the live stream. Okay, I'm looking at notifications. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm working on my, the witch from Nunkabrio. I'm also working on the anxious pumpkin art. That's you know what? I'm just gonna order some of these because I want one myself. So I'm just like, if I want one, other people will want some. I figure so. I'm also working on another art project, which is on my iPad across the room. I don't want to get up and get it on my setup is very precarious right now. I gotta get something to hold up my devices when I do these live streams, so I can. If you're on Instagram and if you can see this, I am so sorry. That is not how I want it to look. But again, I can't, in order for me to look at both of the cameras at the same time, it's just a little bit tricky. So I will find a way to remedy that situation. So basically, I have that I'm working on for the first time. All right, this is first for me. My new project. I don't know if y'all, the new people, are not familiar with this, so I'll just show them. But basically, I'm doing this is a little series. The skeleton with the tentacles and stuff like skeletal creep. This is what this is called. It's available on my store. But I'm doing like another version of that, except this one kind of has like a pumpkin hat. It's like a pastel goth, pastel Halloween type thing. That's the first for me. It's a little bit slower because again, this is like these colors that I choose. I had to like I'm using a color palette on Adobe, and which has been working really well for me. But I just got to be more careful because pastel is a little bit trickier to combine and stuff like that. So like I wanted to make it look really good. So I was like painstakingly going through all these color wheels yesterday to figure out all the color combinations that work pretty well. I finally found one that works the way that I want it to work. It has the kind of pastel orange is kind of hard because sometimes it looks like salmon, and I don't really like that too much. And I wanted something a little bit more orange when not too orange because it's pastel. So like I'm working on that. That's going to take a little bit more time. I'm probably going to be finished it well with the extra hours at work. Um, Hopefully it'll be done or at least showable. Like I can show you all next like Friday or something. I don't want to do it too quickly. The thing is, I want to like get out as much art as I can before September because September is when I want to start selling a lot of stuff and like stock up all my items before I have to like because spooky season is upon us. Actually tomorrow because it is August and August is basically Halloween season. So yeah, I'm working on that kind of a pastel kind of a ooh, there's another person on Instagram. Hello. I'm just talking about my new stuff that I got. I did an unboxing today. My Choco Cat art is now a button, a pin, an enamel pin. Looks really good. I promise it looked better in real life than it does on this really bad camera. on my phone. So here's the also a sticker of Choco Cat if you like Halloweeny cats. That's uh that's the thing. Also, he's kind of crazy. You can see in his eyes. He's just completely rabid over chocolate. So, do I have any questions? I need to think of topics for these streams because these are actually going to be live stream podcasts, which I want to do. Because I'm already doing this, I might as well make a podcast out of it. I figured when you're an artist these days, you have to do like 8 million things to get people to look at your stuff. And it's yeah, I have a very love hate relationship with the fact that I need to do that. Because on one hand, I love making content. It's great. I love making this stuff. I'm not getting paid too much for it yet. Killstar, please sponsor me. Um, but I really like doing it. I like going through doing the art, making the art, showing it, talking to people on the live stream and getting interaction and stuff like that. I do like doing that. But there's always areas of improvement. There's always other types of content you can do. I've been wanting to do skits for a while. But I did notice that because I tried to record like skits, and I told people on Facebook about this, and I told people on Instagram. Basically, recorded content is a little bit more difficult for me. I don't know why. I feel a lot better doing this kind of stuff. It's more organic for me. I can just like look at the camera and respond to what people are saying, and just yes, yeah, well, skits, like, I've been wanting to do skits, like, again, TikTok has been having me wanting to do this because, on over on that platform, which I want to live stream on there as well. And I can't yet because I'm not 1,000 followers yet. I'm almost there. I'm almost at 600, so we're doing pretty good. But the short content, like 7-second skits, um, I kind of want to do that, but I don't know what to do for it. Like, what kind of content, because I've been watching content, and a lot of the stuff that I see is like cosplayers, lip syncing trending sounds. And that's what they do. That's like most of their content, and a lot of other people just like most other people are talking, and they're talking about political issues, which is not really my thing. Again, like, not to say that I'm not politically active or anything, but I'm just like, that's not really my area of expertise or things that I'm comfortable doing. I'd rather just do something else. I just rather would be like a vibe. That's really good. Again, I really wish that it wasn't like this. Smaller companies need to make exactly this because I really like this taste. So there probably is. I just don't know where to find it. I can just Google's free. I can look it up later. But yeah, basically that's what I kind of want to do. Kind of just want to go crazy on camera. Just be outrageous and be extra. Yeah. I'm already extra with these clothes that I got. Yeah, just for anybody passing by on my live streams, you can see this stuff. So yeah, well, I should just do it. Just right after the stream, just record something outrageous and crazy. So, because pardon me, for those of you who don't know, I was in a writing program at Full Sail University, and I learned how to write all kinds of things. Also, Choco Cat and is an entire mood, my friend. He is an entire mood. I really like how he's just like, this is a random drawing, by the way, when I made this. And the color combinations. So I was going to do his teeth and his sclera's white. And as you can see, again, this is not the best camera in the world. I'm sorry. He's way more detailed then it looks like if you actually look at the thing, these should be bigger also. I got a sale, but you know, you get what you pay for, I guess. But next time I'll make them bigger, but so you can see all the details. But yeah, it's just it was a whole mood. I was just like, okay, what's something crazy that I can draw that'll get people's attention? So yeah, he's great though. See, with the stickers, you get a lot more detail because he's like, I believe this was a 3 inch by 2 inch. Obviously, it's not exact because he's not like a full size. He's not like a rectangle or anything. So yeah, very cool. There was a sale going on Sticker Mule where there was like a whole huge poster, and I missed that sale, but I was like $9 for like 10 of them, and they're like big posters, and I was like, oh man, I should have jumped on that because I could have used some like art to put on there and get some to you guys, do some promotional stuff. So my hair's going crazy, so crazy. I want to talk about like the old stuff that I used to talk about in story time. Those of you, the new people, or my Instagram people, because Storytime originated on Facebook in 2020. I believe it was like March or something, right when the cray cray started happening. 2 years. I think Storytime. I know it's over 2 years. We had the 2 year anniversary back in March, I think, but I think it's also like I think it was in March. Was it March or May? I want to say March. You veterans over there on Facebook, or Will, I don't remember when you first came in. But God, is it May or March? I'm gonna be like, because I remember in May a thing happened and I had to stop for a little bit, but I got back on and I've been still doing this. I got the I still don't know what I'm doing with this thing. I think I've come to the conclusion that Storytime with Varden is kind of like an amorphous thing. It's a whole like it's my brand basically, and it's even more brand than my author name because it extends like it is my stories and stuff, but it's just all the stuff that I put out, like my verbal branding, like me talking basically, and it's my merch, it's my actual stories, but I do actually want to go back to the actual storytelling because I do really like doing that. There's a story that I had, like a thing that I was thinking about the other day, and I can't remember it. What is it about? Oh, I had okay. I remember. I was going to post this to a Facebook group, but I was like, this is probably more appropriate. I mean, both are appropriate, but when I was little, I wasn't allowed to go trick or treating, which is like a whole thing in itself. But like, but anyways, I was at a neighbor's house, and she's an older lady. She doesn't have any kids. She's in her 70s, and we're just playing chess or something. I think we're just hanging out, you know. And there's this like it's Halloween night, and my mom was like, "Okay, you can spend some time with her, and then you can come back." And I'm like, "All right." So I don't think trick or treaters ever came to my parents' door because I think they had the signals that people put out to not come to their house, like the lights are off and stuff like that. So like I was at this lady's house and she did hand out candy to trick or treaters, and I didn't. I think I was over there before it started getting dark, and again I was having candy and stuff, and I went to the bathroom, and the first trick or treater of the night was knocking at the door, and I said, "Oh," I heard her from the bathroom. She said, "Oh, you look so scary," and I was just like, I just got really excited, and I went out. I finished up as quickly as I could, and I went. I really wanted to see what was going on at the door because I think previously to that, I was like 8 or 9. I don't think I've ever seen anybody dress up in costume before for Halloween. Like Halloween was a big, huge mystery to me when I was younger. So like I rushed over there and I was like, "Hey, like what's going on? What's so scary?" And like and she said, "Oh, there's a kid dressed up as a dinosaur and like it was really like you know how you tell kids, "Oh, it looks so scary and like it's nice and stuff." Um but I was like I think from that point I was just like this is like I think I realized just how important and huge Halloween is, especially in America. I don't know about other countries. But here it's like it's this huge phenomenon that happens once a year, and it's like I was wondering when I was like, because I asked my mom, like, because I knew, you know, like every Halloween, I'd be like, oh, there's a bunch of like, I don't remember seeing a bunch of kids in costumes walking around. Um, but again, I was just like, oh, what is Halloween? I was asking my mom, and she told me like, oh, it's like a celebration of death. We don't do that, and I'm like, okay, like, so like I learned that I didn't she didn't say it was like she did have the tone that it was like a little bit nefarious, and I was always told like you're not supposed to dress up in scary costumes or anything. Even when I was older, my first trick or treating was experience I was 13, so that tells you anything. They didn't My parents had trigger my older siblings did trick or treating. They stopped when I was born, and then when I was a teenager, when we moved and my younger siblings were old enough to trick or treat, they started doing it again. So I'm the only person in my family who never trick or treated as a kid, which figures that I like it more than the rest of my family. So Will says, "Come up this year and we'll go trick or treating." Yes, I am coming out east for Halloween this year. I'm going to Salem, Massachusetts. The last time I went there was back in 2015, and I'm going to be out there for a long time. So if you live in that area, we should definitely hang out. You know, I'm visiting Chris Monso, of course, but like there's a whole lot to see over there, and there's just like a lot that I like want to do over there in a short span of time. I also want to see Sleepy Hollow. I've been wanting to go there for a while, but again, it's like I do want to find a way because I'm like I do want to see all these things. So I haven't even gotten room and board because Chris and I are thinking that we're probably not going to stay in one place for a while, which is great. It's just like I'm down for that. So kind of good that I'm getting the extra money from extra work because I'm like I kind of want to splurge this year. I think it's a good year to do that. So autumn is the best time to be in the Northeast. Yes. I did go there. When I did go there in 2015, I did notice a significant difference from. So I've spent most of my life on the West Coast, California mostly. I lived for a majority of the time in a mountain town, and again, it was like really nice during the fall. Not so much anymore, um, because weather stuff. But when I first moved there, it was really nice. It was like it would get cool. Like my birthday was basically the perfect weather, which is like early October, which is really nice. Just super great weather. So, well, says if I lived near either place, I'd offer you guys a place to crash, but I'm like 5 or 6 hours from both places. Yeah, that's the thing about like that I've noticed from like the East Coast. There's a lot, but things are also still pretty far away. I'm surprised they don't have a bullet train, like a New England bullet train. I think that would be great. Because there's a lot of rural, not city places out there. That people can like really benefit from. Like if you get a bullet train from like New York to Boston or something, that would be pretty cool. So, um, New York City to Boston, just to not just to stay, because New York is like, well, Will knows, it's pretty big. Um, I also want to visit New York, and Chris wants to like we were talking about that too. Just going all the places because I'll be out there. My hair is going crazy today. So, but yeah, that's my story for today. my Halloween experience. I've had a lot of different Halloween experiences. Um, what's another one? Yeah, there's a couple like last year, like the past few years, Halloween have not been that great. Um, Again, just like I think it's because I stayed at home instead of going out to Salem, which I probably should have done. I kind of like, well, I couldn't do it in 2020 and I couldn't do it in 2021. Just kind of like, um, either COVID or finances prevented me from traveling anyway. So I was just like, okay, but like now I do have the finances and I do have the time to be able to do that. I got kind of a lucky situation with the job because it's a short-term job. It's not like it was only from like the middle of May to like the end of August, not too long. But yeah, it's great that I could do it this year. I'm really very excited. So also to see the East Coast again will be very nice. It's been too long. I've been wanting to go for a long time. Again, just putting it off as I do. Procrastination is a killer. So all right, for it's about 12:47 here in Mountain Dew country. So Mountain Dew time. That's what I call mountain time. But anyways, just a reminder, this is what we unpacked today. Very cool. Again, the colors are a little off because it is the reflection of the light. And there's not too much I can do about that on here, but rest assured these look pretty good in real life. So if you want one, just DM me. Y'all know how to reach me. And if you want to wait till I think they'll definitely be available tomorrow because I'm gonna either after the stream or this tonight or something, I'm gonna upload pictures of these so they can be available on my shop. And I'll of course remind y'all with a post or something. I can say, hey, they're up again. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it good unless y'all have questions. Just this is what I unpacked last week. Again, you can't even see his nose on here. He has a nose, don't worry. On here, you can see the nose. You just can't see it on the can you see it? You can barely see it. It's kind of faint. Yeah, it's a little bit faint. I should just lessons for next time. I should use thicker line art so his all of his features can stand out. So I didn't make his nose thick enough. So rest assured, he is fine in the actual versions. So, but yeah, I think we're good. Again, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube on the Facebook thing. So keep an eye out for that if you follow me on YouTube. So thank you, Mary. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, it was fun seeing the new merch, like Choco Cat, my Halloween story, my plans for the future, the craziness that is my content, which will never, I've decided that my content's not going to be fixed. It's not going to be like, not fixed as in like it can't be like changed, but it's not going to be stagnant. It's like you're always going to get surprises. No matter what. So like that's kind of like it's kind of like how David Bowie kind of did his thing. He didn't his brand was kind of all over the place, and I kind of like that. So it's great. All right, y'all. I think gonna here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna end the stream on Instagram. So thank you so much, Instagram people. Thank you so much, Will, for coming, taking the time to look at Choco Cat today. And I'll see Instagram peeps next week. Hopefully, I'll get back on the Sunday streams again. So I'll see y'all, Instagram people, next week. Bye, Will. Okay, and video that's Instagram. Instagram is done. I will share that later. So that's Instagram. I can take my phone off and I can like see stuff. All right, for my Facebook people who's still here, thank you so much for coming in today, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Bye bye.
Sounds good.